Previously on PeakD&D, we are at the bottom of a giant cavern that we have landed down into. It is glowy and it is mushroomy. We do see evidence of real dad further off into the cavern. So we start following this glowy path past these purple crystals, past these blue crystals and orange crystals. We come to a fire mushroom. Boom! It explodes onto me. We go to this other mushroom. It's punching at us. So we get to this other mushroom and it's spores. Oren thinks he can run through it with his held breath, but it doesn't matter because on his skin, it puts him to sleep. So they save Oren, the party saves Oren. We loot the room full of Cecil's stuff. We find a hatch down into a vast city of glowing green magic stuff.
At the cliff's edge, overlooking a massive cavern off in the distance, you see a giant glowing city here in this deep underground area.
Is it underground?
There are some staircases that sort of, descend like some paths along the craggy cliffs. What are you guys doing?
Did we know the name of that city?
No, but it's on the back of the coins that we found.
No,
it is on the back of it.
The image of
it
city
is, yeah.
The image
And
of
we
the
know-
city is on the back of the coins we found.
And we know we're in the Nether Dark. What do I know about?
I think we
the
made a
Nether
roll
Dark?
last time about
You did make a roll about the Nether Dark, and I think was it
Oren.
Oren nailed it? Somebody did really well.
I thought so.
William can't recall any of that.
It's been a week since we
Where are
filmed.
your
Welcome
notes?
to the peak.
Let's see if there's anything in the notes. The Nether Dark loot.
Oh.
Yes, we do have some of that.
No. And I wrote the dimensions of our holding bags. Our holding bag. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm just curious, if this place is friendly to outsiders. Do we know anything about it? What are the stories? What are the scary stories that parents tuck their children in to sleep about the Nether Dark?
Nice neon signs. saying,
Certainly. So
"Welcome
from your perspectives, anything you've heard about the Nether Dark is sort of a bogeyman for a lot of people. Oh, the dwellers of the dark will come and get you, and if you're not good, and they'll eat your toes if they're sticking out of your blanket. And,
Okay.
Foot
Foot fetish. Got it. Go on.
put a little. This
off your
place, other than it was more of like a fauna check sort of thing, like a flora check. It was like the crystals and stuff. I don't remember exactly what you were asking, but this is it is it's like a sprawling, interconnected subterranean world down here. This is like one of the largest openings you found. You're sort of in this little side staircase tunnel that leads further deeper into miles below the surface. There's dark and oppressive stereotypes of the Nether Dark, but it's really not something that is actively. It's more of a fairy tale. The fact that you're here, I think, is probably more mind-boggling to you surface dwellers that it actually exists.
So this is what I'm asking about the fairy tale, just dark, grim fairy tales of
just
people being
the
dark
boogeyman's gonna get
creatures
you."
that live down here, that there's monsters and that there are, people and cities and stuff, but nobody.
But they're all evil.
That's
all
that's
according
what
to the
you've
fairy
been.
tales.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what you've
They're
been.
all
led to
not
believe.
nice.
I just wanted the baseline of where we were
This
psychologically.
is my waking nightmare. Why am I here? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Keep your shoes on. You don't want to tickle our feet.
Yeah.
We don't want them to eat our toes.
I know. It's awesome.
Keep your shoes on.
I hope we make it to some sort of spa. And we're like, no!
Well, we know Julius's history with shoes, so we have to
Whatever you do, take care of your shoes, man.
take care of your shoes.
So I have 2 pairs of boots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe more with this magical stuff. All right, so then I guess
I
to the city.
yeah. What's the?
I think so.
What's the
Yeah. I mean, you guys
What's the
followed.
current status of that trail? Is it dried? I mean, I'm assuming it is. The
The-
trails run dry. Of my dad.
The blood. Yeah. So the blood stopped somewhere on the staircase.
but there was only one way down. We were on.
yeah, there was only one path down this little entryway.
And the way that we came in was some old, unused, like abandoned mine, and this is way further down than any of the mining that would happen. But then there was a crystal cave, and then a staircase. So there was somebody at some point that was going back and forth from there to here. But it's long since.
I think that was Cecil.
Long since been abandoned, but there are signs that at least Cecil has been here and put a cache of stuff down here.
But I feel like we just found his
adventuring,
his bug
stash.
out, his like stash for the the Netherdark preparedness. So I don't think he's here now, because I think if he's here now, he would have taken all the stuff we just found.
Yes.
Like, why else do you have 500 in the local currency? You know what I mean? Like,
with all your get up.
Yeah, and I assume
in
all of his get up.
a poisonous mushroom field.
Right. So
that
like
Orin really thought he could run through.
But luckily he did, or else we wouldn't have all this local currency, etc.,
Also true.
etc.
Yeah. So you
Or the
do
sweet
have,
bag.
Thank you, Inara.
So this is definitely it's Underdark theme or Netherdark. I didn't do it. Oh shit! Copyright strike.
We're
What's
not
it?
underground. We're netherground.
We're in the nether. Yeah, we're not underground. We're netherground. And so this is all definitely like Netherdark
to protect our
themed
nethers.
stuff. Like all of this stuff is like, intended for use down here in the Netherdark. But yeah, this is like the mine was sort of this giant tree, and there was this huge chasm like that just descended that you guys, much of it unexplored. They were just like tapping the trees and the roots at the surface, and then you at some point got so far down that a source of light that didn't even make it up out of the giant tunnel.
Sure.
So that's just to give you a bit of an inkling of like, this is way beneath the surface, like miles below the surface. And there's apparently a whole other world down here.
How far is the city?
A whole new world?
A whole new world, yes.
How far is this?
Look at magic carpet.
We were just talking about that in an episode.
I mean, it's you guys are pretty high up in this cavern, and then it's out, I don't know, probably most of the day's travel, like several
6 hours. Like
another
usual.
6 hours,
Of
pretty
course.
much. So you will likely, you've been going for a while, so you'll probably have to find a place to rest and continue on.
I need to heal anyway, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw me back there.
How do you always need to heal?
Because I am the protector and the shield that keeps you both safe. But the shield needs constant polishing.
Yeah, I'm not your polisher.
Do that in your private quarters, please.
I'm not your shield
I lost
polisher.
the metaphor. I just need a little touch.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, how does that help?
Doesn't make it any better.
Scenario any better. I'm not gonna lie.
Just touch it.
No.
Ravi, can I have that?
Touch my shield. I want polish.
What?
I need a little polish over
How
here.
far are you down?
I mean, not so bad, but I'd take another 4.
Well, so would I.
So this is so what you guys are on is sort of like a
You could heal people.
a crossroads here, right? There's a couple of paths that lead up, and the giant staircase that you just
now
descended.
It's crossroads.
So like, this is a bit exposed up here on the cliffside. If you wanted to like stop here, you just might have to journey a little bit to find a suitable place if you are going to rest for a little bit.
I would like to, like, we do need to heal up at some point.
Yeah.
I will not let you die. How's that?
I can't anyway, but thank you.
Well, then what do you even need hit points for?
You don't need
I
help.
don't feel good.
I'm invincible. But I don't feel good.
You
My
are
tummy hurts.
so confusing.
I know. I mean, look at where we are.
Okay.
How did we get here?
So if you do continue, there's a couple of paths
So-
down the cliffs that go
Is
sort
there
of
any
down
is there
towards the city.
any inclination, like at all, that we could tell where my dad possibly went in the current status we're in? I feel like we've traveled.
You can make a survival check to try to pick up the trail again.
because it's not going to be
there's only,
blood
like,
trail. It's
it's
going to be
one of-
something else. But
One of two ways descend down, and so either one of them, they all
us
look
there.
like they kind of lead to the city. That's sort of where all
Okay.
of these.
might
I'll
as
help,
well.
or can I help you? Can I
as well
grant a
try.
help?
Yeah.
Why don't I do that?
1d8,
Ooh, yeah, guidance.
1d8 and a 1d4.
I think it's 2D or
A
1d8
D8
and a
and a
D6.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Well, I'm gonna look for where my dad went because we're kind of following him. It seems like he's in the city somewhere, but we might as well try to keep the trail as long as we can. D8 and a D6?
Yep.
Cool.
Do you want to find your dad?
Apparently, this dice does not want me to find my dad. 12, 13, 14, survival. I mean, it was a 17 because of guidance and help.
Teamwork.
Roll a 2.
Yeah. So it is, it's a little damp and the rock is a little, like like almost mossy kind of in places. Sure. So you can tell sort of by looking that your dad went down or someone has recently descended the staircase on the left of this landing. So you're sort of on a opening and there's a couple of staircases that go up the cliffs and some that go down a further, shale of the
I'd say
this
we
sort of tiered cliff.
The most recently traveled path from my eye. Yeah. That would check out.
Yeah, there's definitely like some remnants of a footprint or an indentation, and there's no blood anymore. So whatever.
I figured
either
that
healed
was
himself or stopped bleeding, treated, stopped. It looks like before you lost the trail before you stopped seeing blood, there was like maybe a little bit more blood where he had stopped for a second, and then it sort of stopped, and then did not continue past that point. So
why is he down here?
Piecing those things together.
I think it was mind controlled.
Yeah.
Like, but why here? Yeah, these are the questions that remain.
Not sure why here or anything, but like that's kind of what everyone seemed mind controlled in one way or another on the ship. So that sort of only makes sense to me.
Except us.
Except
us.
You had advantage on history checks, right?
Gaslit us.
So make me a history check.
He could be doing this on
learn
his own
a little bit.
accord,
Maybe it was you who had the good roll, but somebody had a good roll about where the hell are we. But this is now that you know the Netherdark, maybe this will help a little bit more.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's good that I had the advantage, but I think this is kind of boogeyman-ish. 8?
Yeah, this place is scary. Like, I mean, this is like literally why we go to church is to not,
this is hell. I get it.
Rile up the creatures down here.
Right. I mean, look, if the Shadow King is from anywhere, it's probably from here.
Yeah,
are you like holding
this
up
is
your
a
cross?
realm of this is a realm of shadows deep beneath the
no, go away.
Like to the point where connections between land masses that normally would have oceans and things in the way are probably not as much of a thing here. There might
below
be
the oceans and the continents are.
The swamp
we're in
was
like
up there.
Pangea.
The shape is different. Like there's not really a map of this place available to you.
Yet. Let's go.
But so like, but the continents connect in weird ways here. Like distances between places seem different already. You're like, wait, are we further away from the city? I know we've been walking that direction, but it's a little wibbly wobbly and shadow trickery here.
We want to rest outside the city. If there's even things and beings in the city, then
I think it's a city. I assume there's things and beings in it.
Yeah, there's lights. There's
They minted their
giant
own gold.
Yeah,
giant towers with active.
I want to visit the mint.
pillars of flame.
There was a spiky elven person on the other side of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably who's in charge.
Do we know? Are there words on there? Does it say a name of who that person is?
There are, but nobody speaks this language in this group.
Nope.
This is a different. It's similar to Elven. Like you've read Elven before. You've seen some already on your journeys.
This seem to understand it when it's spoken.
Yeah, this is like.
Is it just upside down? Though?
It's similar, but it's just upside down. It's just Australian.
Oh, you just turn it like this.
Yeah. But so it's similar to Elven, but it's like a very different dialect that is a little, some of the sounds and stuff would be similar, but what those words mean is different. Like you can be like, it sounds a little more guttural, like not the typical consonants used in the Elven language, which is flowery and light.
I can't really make this out.
This is like kind of weird. It's just a little different.
But the first thing we come across, we can ask them.
Yeah. You guys are able to find, you walk for a little bit down the cliffside. There's
we're walking.
a trail. There's, the edge of these crags you can sort of stick to. There's enough to walk. You don't have to cling to the cliffs to get down. Staircases in some point. Looked like this was at least hewn in some way a while ago, but you kind of hear a distant like kind of rush of water is all you hear. Some drips, like cavern type sounds. Again, you occasionally will. It's very dark. There's a little bit of illumination, certainly off in the city, but like the little veins of the interwoven crystalline structures, give off a little bit of bioluminescent type light.
I'm assuming you're kind of lit up, right?
But you
can
hear
you control like how
off
much
in the
you're lit up?
distance, you hear the flapping of wings or like a creature screech or something like that every now and then, but no unnatural.
Oh yeah, bats we were talking
Up
about.
to 5 spaces around me.
So up to. So you could make it 1 if you wanted to.
If he puts his gloves on, it'll get darker. If he
But
puts
I'm
his hat on.
also,
Yeah.
but then also like we stand out
Yes.
Regardless.
like a sore
yeah.
thumb down here, like a swollen knee
Yeah.
down here.
Cloak up.
Within distance, you would be spotted pretty easily. Like the distance to the city, you would look like a small light amongst many
little
veins of
veins.
light.
But the
and
things flapping up,
things
up
like
us
that. Yeah, but you
and
might
all
attract animals coming by to investigate what's going on, that kind of thing. So yeah, you're really not 100% sure what might be out there, but there's definitely some type of creatures there. So far, you've been left alone. You do find a little outcropping of rocks and a little cavern in a crevice that would be a sufficient shelter if you did want to stop and have a little bit of a rest.
We should.
Here. It's not like deep back, so you can see it's empty. It's just a little bit of shelter under here.
We should probably stop.
Yeah.
It's probably getting to be nighttime on the surface.
Probably. We were on those stairs for a long time.
6 hours.
Yeah.
6 hour stairs. That's the.
Yeah, 6 hour stairs.
They're all
workout, yeah.
How long is that staircase? About 6 hours.
Sure.
That's just standard operating procedure
We're
for building
in
code.
the city, though.
Man, I
Like,
hope
this is-
we
Invent escalators.
well that, and also we never get to like a
Why is
8-story.
why is it always going up? Why are we always going up? Or down? Why is it always
It's just I can't decide on one level, so I have to multi-levels. It's a
split-level
multi-level
campaign.
marketing. scam.
Multi-level
That's really what it
moves.
is. All right, so if you do want to, you guys can have a long rest here, relatively safe from the elements, and it's a good thing too. You sort of in this giant cavernous space that is full of, there's columns of stone and things that sort of split it throughout, but you could sort of just this giant open space. You see like this it is so massive and strange in here that it has its own weather system. There's like, you see what looks like, you thought at first was fog, but it's actually like storm clouds up at the very top, like as high as normally would be outside in the sky.
Crazy.
And this just like wild internal sort of like cloud lightning of varying shades and colors, and then this gentle rain starts falling and it gets a little heavier. You guys are underneath the outcropping there, and you start to see that like a lot of the flora, the mushrooms and various things almost like shrivel up and close up from the rain, rather than like maybe on the surface flowers would open up to the rain, leaves and various things to get the rain. And yeah, it's kind of a strange color for rain.
I would like to just like stick my hand out and see
All right.
what it feels like to be rained on in the Netherdark.
Yeah, so it hits your hand and it feels strangely warm for a moment, and you're like, that's like Florida.
Okay, get it off.
And
get
then
it
it
off.
starts, and yeah, it kind of starts sizzling a little bit, like.
So
This
it's
is some kind
acidic
of a-
rain.
Give
Great.
me
Yeah.
a squirt.
Of what?
Cookies, water.
Oh.
Psh, thank you.
Yeah.
What?
No, lost it on. So yeah, it's kind of like a very acidic
Great.
type of rain here.
I hold out my
Very
hand, but I'm asking Ben for whatever that is.
What is?
Oh,
that?
yes, thank you.
Clicking thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just playing. I got too many
Thank
toys
you.
back here.
No,
I
get
reached
rid of
through the
all.
dimension.
Yes. Get rid of all of the toys.
I threw it away. It was a binder clip. I'll find the noisy thing, guys. I'm telling you. I need it padded back here. That's what I need.
So that's acid rain.
It burned.
Well, It would have.
Your hand looks like my
seems
face
pretty
now.
acidic.
I didn't want to say anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
there
didn't
are some
wanna say
other
anything.
natural dangers to look out for in this place. Is what becomes a little bit evident.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we have? Like, can we, I don't know, hole up here and make sure no one's gonna like bother us? Maybe.
Keep a watch in the wilderness. Somebody should always be awake.
Suppose that makes sense. Yeah, I think like once. Well, I don't know. Once we like, can we make a fire? Do we want to make a fire? Is that a thing? Do we want to do that? Do we have food?
I was expecting gumbo in Beavertown, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Beavertown gumbo.
I was not prepared for Netherdark adventures where the rain
Neither was
tries to
I.
kill you. So I don't know if we do, man.
We could eat the flowers.
I don't
That's
think
not
they
a good
sustain
idea.
us.
Here, drink some water though, and I'll hand you Cookie's
We'll get
everlasting
some
water
water.
scan.
Just drink a little water.
Either way, though, I guess like before we bed down or decide.
I'm assuming you
things-
guys have at least, because we never got like backpack lists and stuff. We did have some beef jerky in there that at least one person gave to the howlers, but on the train adventure. But I'm assuming you guys have at least some rations,
We have a little howler meat.
at least enough for a day, for one.
You know what
night.
that did
have
to Boom
some-
Boom?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we would. I don't expect that we would have a bunch of food. Like we assumed we were getting off a boat to go to a town in Jastian.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And I guess I'm just assuming that you
So I
have
guess-
at least your backpack has
Like,
a day of rations in there, like
Yeah,
just
I-
some
Okay.
snacks, some foods, snacks,
power bars.
power bars.
Okay.
Oh, what are these Lunas? They're from Sorala. They're Luna bars.
My mom packed us up with a bunch of them. We all have
She
a
got-
bunch of Luna
And
bars.
some more. And they packed your angry eyes just in case.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess like I don't know when we're kind of like settling down and figuring that out. I'm
Yep.
gonna. Hey Julius.
Oh, it's a talking fork episode. I
No,
love
we
it.
don't have food, Julius.
And then I have
It's the
I'll have
talking
a little,
fork, man.
little
Don't you
cherry on
remember
top
this?
when we're done with talking.
with talking fork.
When we
No,
go to
it's
sleep.
been episode 4 since we used it.
It's been a while since we've used this thing,
It's not true. You left it in Inara.
and I think we also
was like
used
in
it during the
the
6-hour
20s,
staircase
30s.
up
That's
from
true.
wherever.
That's true.
Oh,
A
also
new
true.
talking fork has been anointed.
Also true.
But yeah, I think a lot's happened in the last 72 hours.
Yeah.
I'm curious how you're feeling, Julius, being underground and kind of, cut off from the moon. I don't know how that affects you and your Sorala like standpoint. So I'm curious about that. But there was a very interesting thing that I learned when we were walking to the explosive train car after we fought the fire giants. We were like headed back, and I kind of talked to my dad, or Percy, or real dad.
Yeah.
There's a reason why my blood, the blood of Otmar, is in some prophecies, and it's because he told me that we're a straight line descendant from Votor himself. And I'm just getting that from him. I just met him. Sort of kind of checks out, but I don't really know what to make of it right now, but it's information in general of what we're doing here, or what adventure, whatever we're trying to figure out here. So whether it's true or not, I just wanted to put that on your radar of that may be the reason. That's what my dad said is the reason why.
We're
My
all
blood
the
is-
children of Vortor.
I guess we have a direct line.
So you're
To
more
him
like
himself.
Inara? Are you
Yes.
a god?
Not a god.
Not a god.
I'm not sure what I am. I don't know what I am. But I could be tied to Vortor directly,
And you're
a direct descendant through my dad's bloodline.
That doesn't add up with what other people told us.
What do you mean?
Boom, boom. Other people have said that the blood of Artmar came from the Ether Wars. And the Ether Wars happened before Vortor. And the Ether Wars, like the Storm Wall, bringing down the Storm Wall and ending all of that, like that happened. Thank you. After
You're talking. Sorry.
Excellent.
that happened that happened before Vortor.
You get a hero point or something. I don't know. Good remembering.
And so that might be. Well, yeah, I don't know what to make of all of that.
I don't either. I just thought you guys should know.
So then your dad's lying?
I don't know. I don't know what.
So then your dad's lying?
Some kind of point for you too. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
storytelling
want
point.
any more points. No more points.
All right, everyone make a new column on your sheet.
Hero point.
Awesome points.
Talking fork points.
Yeah, group points.
Yeah.
I don't.
Group dynamic points.
Positivity.
We met this guy
God, we need a real fork.
Yeah, no.
96
Forks are
hours
hard to come
ago.
by.
There's a kitchen right there.
Yeah,
With
but we
one
have
fork.
like one fork.
There's a single fork.
All we need.
No, we don't. I use it to eat with.
I'm gonna 3D print an awesome one. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Please continue.
Oh, actually,
You're gonna.
that's a great idea. I'll bring us a fork for next time.
Okay.
I have a sweet fork.
Sweet. We're gonna have a fork for next time, and then we're never gonna use it for
true. We're never
50
gonna
more
use it.
episodes.
Episode
I know
79.
that's
We'll bring
right.
it back out.
What was your
know that's
question?
right.
So your dad's lying?
So
Question.
I don't know the
Lying?
answer to that yet. We've met him for we met him what 72 hours ago, 3 days, 4 days ago.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
3 days.
Like we just like I don't know this man. Like yeah, he showed me some cool things on our travels, and we kind of bonded a little bit as far as like, oh, this is where my fencing prowess comes from. This is where my magical prowess comes from. This makes sense that we're related. But as far as trust goes,
But as an individual, he's been there your whole life.
Flashback to the dad-son magic camp
Yeah.
afternoon.
oh, you're doing it,
A
Robbie.
perfect afternoon.
Yeah. Well, like that brings up something else. Like I don't trust him because his plan.
That's a fair point.
His plan of running away only protected him. Like if anything, it was dangling you as bait for the blood of Otmar. It was him that it was protecting.
Yeah, and you're not wrong about that, Julius.
Well, this is gonna get no. We can have a conversation. Yeah. No.
You're allowed to
I'll
answer
hold it.
back.
I'll hold it.
Yeah. We'll just set it.
You get 4
We can just set
points.
it down.
Once the bit's been said, you set it down, conversate,
Okay.
and then someone else needs
I
to
like
like
new topic.
Yes,
Yeah.
new
yes, I
topic
like
is
it.
the fork.
I like
so
it, I
let's
like
just
it.
set it down, Orin.
The first rule of the fork has been issued.
It was written in stone in another doc.
In acid rain and stone and another dog.
Yeah, you guys just get like a little vial of that. Just like
We bring the
etching
tablet
etching.
of
It was written in the blood of Otmar.
Oh no! That kills
No,
things.
no.
It does bad things.
The drops of the blood of Otmar do not fall lightly.
But I don't know. I mean, your dad, whoever told him that or wherever he learned that, like he may very well believe
Yeah.
that it is Vortor, and it might be. Like I just know there's a lot that doesn't add up, and now we're in the Netherdark.
I would agree with you.
But
I
you do
absolutely
have
agree
the
with
blood
you.
of Otmar.
That-
That isn't disputed.
That is true.
definitely.
It's just a matter the
what that
what
means.
it is.
yeah.
I mean,
If it is
and-
descendant,
well, I guess
directly.
2 of you have seen just how powerful the blood of Otmar is
Because
Because
it
of what
killed
happened.
a god.
at Anara. Yeah.
Well,
What
we
happened.
all
briefly.
saw it.
Did we all see that for the first time? When she like,
I
I think we
definitely
all
did.
saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
all saw it the first
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
Right? You were outside.
And then something different
that
happened
point,
the
yeah.
second alternate timeline.
Also true,
But nobody saw that nor has any recollection of that.
except me.
No, you don't.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
we
You
do.
don't know that. You don't
Right.
know that what
Aw.
happened in the alternate, what
We-
evil Julius did.
we
You don't
do.
know that. You guys,
Well, no, because
We have an
the
accounting.
Didn't find out
we have
about
an
it.
accounting.
Well,
of
there was-
the
oh
alternate
yeah, yeah.
timeline.
Yeah, the
we
hourglass
have a-
that I have. It doesn't matter.
Okay, anyway.
We're way off the rails at
Sorry,
this point.
sorry.
yeah.
Continue.
So yeah, I mean I would I agree with that. Nothing really adds up. It's just another piece of information. And as we continue forward and learn new things or find new things, maybe it all does end up making sense. But he certainly does seem to believe, or was told, that his family line is a direct descendant from Votor, and that's why the blood of Amar is is sought after. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket, but
Sure.
Who else has referenced the blood of Otmar? The letter. Fake
I-
dad.
Both dads.
Both dads have
both dads have referenced the blood of Otmar.
Lysander.
your BFF.
Lysander and Inara and
I don't know if Inara did.
the ghost Inara. Did the
Oh,
ghost Inara?
maybe. I asked her about the prophecy.
And she sort of said,
she was
it's
like,
up
it's up to you.
Yeah, that was sort of her answer. God, these ghost oracles are useless.
Yeah, these free answers from divine beings. Lame.
I don't think you didn't talk to Sarala about any of that stuff. That didn't come up
Nope.
with her. So yeah, I think right now the people that you and the crew of the ship knew about the blood of Otmar. They knew the ruse of the trading places and stuff like that.
True. At least some of them did. Maybe not like the.
Yeah, maybe
Down.
not. Boom Boom's been on the crew a while. Like
Yeah.
most of the ones that you talked to,
Yeah.
at least
the
knew a little bit about
named
it.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah, not sure what to do with that, but
Yeah, the Sahuagin and or the fire giants had some kind of knowledge of it too, because the Sahuagin took the ship hostage in the first place, and they were to deliver them to the fire giants.
I wonder
They
if they had
didn't.
Well,
direct.
So Shadow King knows.
I think
definitely.
Yeah.
If Lysander. Yeah, and there's all the weird prophecies of Vortor that
And-
no one in the church has heard of except for you guys.
yeah, and whether or not the Shadow King, like whether or not I'm the descendant of Votor, therefore my blood of Otmar is useful. I don't know if those two things are together.
Well, yeah, your blood is useful, period. As for why,
As for why, we're not sure. This is one reason that is
What you've been
known to
told.
us now,
Well-
and whether or not it's true, I'm not sure.
I will say that when I went down to go to sleep and I started praying to Sarala, things started happening and I learned more. And I know that when Oren has been praying to Inara,
It's been working, man.
it's been working.
It's been working.
So maybe try praying
Huh.
to Vortor
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Sincerely.
And I don't know.
See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a foolproof system, but it's what we've done that's worked for us.
Yeah.
Or if you are Vortor, then just believe in yourself.
It's a fair point too. Just pray to myself. Okay.
Or try Julius's thing first.
Don't go straight to praying to yourself.
And then also, would you polish my shield? Because I want you
No,
to
no, don't fall for
come
that.
over here and
I'll polish my own
Don't
shield.
fall for
polish,
that.
polish
You can do
my
it on
shield.
guard duty.
I will. I can take
polish
first
it.
watch.
Just touch it. Just touch it.
Yeah, Downey, I don't know. After, yeah, so I think that's done now. New topic?
Okay. Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that. And if you have if there's anything else you'd like to express, the fork is always there for you.
Absolutely. But yeah, do you feel cut off from the moon being down here at all?
Not yet.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, who? Oh, were you?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Do you? I didn't know you had
Do
such a
you-
strong
I
connection
mean-
to the moon.
No, I just feel cut off from it, though.
I mean, I haven't had
Obviously.
moonbucks in a couple days, but
Nether bucks, here we come.
Oh,
Probably
it's
all
delicious.
acid coffee.
I haven't
Have the
noticed.
napkin.
I haven't noticed anything yet.
Okay. I just don't know how that works if your powers are, or your
I mean,
Shape-shifting
truthfully, I
isn't-
wasn't worried about it until you brought it up. So I'll let you know.
whoops, sorry.
But the veins
Didn't mean to like put,
But the veins here are the color.
they have been all colors of most
Yeah.
of the things that we've come into contact with.
Yeah, I
no,
mean-
but specifically, I think the light blue.
My magic.
And purple.
But
It's-
purple is further up. We still have light blue around here.
Yeah, everything seems to keep working.
Okay, cool.
I can
Just let us know if you feel any different or if something
yeah,
is
the,
weird.
the colors associated with the three continents that were the three gods in the pillar are the three colors that you see here in the Underdark. Like
Sarala,
Yeah,
Jasper,
light blue,
and Rowana.
green, and orangey. Yeah.
Light blue, green, and orangey.
An orange was the kind of fiery orange, almost maybe a lighter orange, like towards sunlight or starlight.
Sure.
Really. And that was also the color of the magic runes that in Rowana. So
Yeah,
that
the
color
ley
is
lines,
strongly
the frame,
associated with
yeah.
with her and the crystalline. Seems like they've all sort of taken on a color associated with their
Yeah.
patron god that created the land. And here, because this is sort of a continent of 3 gods, like stands to reason that those 3 colors are intermixed in this continent.
That makes sense.
Is sort of what you're seeing. And there was some purple, which has been very strongly associated with Inara on this continent as well, which is
odd,
a little weird. Yeah, but it could also be representative of something else at this point. You don't.
It's just a purple rock.
Yeah, it's just a glowing purple rock.
All rocks are the same.
But it does seem that those purple rocks did do you guys a favor and not kept you from crashing. So at least in some minor way, maybe Inara is able to exercise some power through those crystals.
Yeah.
And maybe they're not down here necessarily, but they are at least nearby. So more questions than answers, of course, after every Talking Fork session. But you guys do get a long rest. If you want to talk about anything else, you certainly can. But you are also going to, this is your first long rest since the fire giant escapades, the train heist, and blowing up the fort. So everybody levels up. And we are doing things a little out of order as this game is still in beta, but you guys now have a subclass that I have written. This is homebrew stuff. No idea if it's going to be comparable at all. If you want more information, we'll put some on our Discord or something about it.
It's so pretty.
Check it out. We have an Awakened Soul Scion for Julius. We have the Sworn Guardian subclass for our champion.
It's not fishy.
It's not fishy. And we have the Arcane Blade subclass for our wizard buddy, Ravi. So we'll have these, I don't know, at least in some fashion, you can check them out on our Discord, or we'll put a link in the doobly-doo down there or something when this comes out. We'll see what, we got to talk to figure out exactly how much of this we can actually put out to people. But it is definitely a homebrew subclass. And we just want our characters to level up and reflect sort of the journey they've been on so far. So,
and we're in uncharted territory.
We'll try to call out some of these things as they happen in game. If you're using some of these subclass abilities and stuff like that. So with the level up, I think you also get a racial ability. Ancestry. Yeah, sorry. An ancestry trait to go along with level 4.
Great.
And we are officially in uncharted territory, folks. So if this is a little bit different than how DC20 ends up being, forgive us. We'll adjust it on the way. Whatever, we're having some fun.
Like, don't apologize for homebrewing. For the
homebrew is homebrew.
The homebrewing master. Yeah, totally.
Back me up on that.
You can't homebrew a homebrew.
Dude, you can't homebrew. You can triple stamp a double stamp. I totally disagree.
We are definitely triple stamping a double stamp here.
But
it's just a brew at this point.
Can we also
and you have some treasure too,
identify
right?
that stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
Before all that, I was gonna say I was gonna open up the fork, like I said my piece.
Oh, sure.
Do you guys have anything you want to?
Oh, Vortor, fancy Vortor man over here.
Talk about.
So
well, I mean, we're all like, it's been a while.
He's in charge. I'm just kidding.
Also,
I am
leader.
God. Oh, good.
How dare you?
Oh, good. Good. Glad this hasn't gone to your head.
Won't go poorly.
No.
Just wake up every single day, just a little bit more like
arrogant,
and
more entitled. Yes. I don't think I have anything that I can remember that I wanted to say.
Like Vortor and Sarala doing good for you and all those things.
Yeah, well, so like going back to my advice, like, man, I spent my entire life praying to Vortor, and like, not to be a dick, but like nothing happened.
No answer. Yeah.
Yeah. I spent 2 weeks praying to Sarala and
answers.
Like, many answers. And so like there is so much confusion in me right now about like who and what Vortor is, and like why we're not allowed to go to his island, and like what this bloodline is and what this relationship is. I mean, yeah, we've learned stuff about the remainder and we've learned stuff about the Vortorum, but like nuts and bolts answers are just like, I don't know, but I do know that Sarala and I are tight.
Yeah, in a weird way, I feel like not in the way of Vortor and Sarala are like God types, but like you kind of found more connection with yourself with your mom and her way of life, similar to me finding my connection with my dad of like, oh, this all kind of makes sense now.
Very valid.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Not saying that there's something to do with the Vortor portion of that, but like we're kind of on that same path of, we thought one thing our entire life, and now we kind of met what is actually more of our connection, and kind of,
At least for now. Like
For now.
tugged on those threads and
Yeah.
pulled on them. But yeah, I mean, I'm really curious how it's going to shake out, and like what we
Same.
learn and what that's going to mean for the church. And I just don't have, I mean, maybe it's because we're in this place of like nightmares and fairy tales, but I can't say I have a very good feeling about what we're going to learn.
yeah. We'll see what happens.
But
Oren?
Yeah, I miss my parents too. You know, I think that when we get a chance, I should send a letter. But this is amazing, isn't it? Like,
Netherdark?
the
yeah,
acid rain?
oh yeah, like we're traveling, and this is like, I don't want this to end, but I do want to get in touch with my parents. But
Yeah,
just
that's a
let
fair
them know
point.
I'm okay. But
Okay.
look how cool that city is. And we're going to go to Beavertown, maybe. but
Get some gumbo.
we're really traveling.
want the fucking gumbo in Beavertown, man.
I wish they had given you. They had thermoses. They should have just given it to you.
They didn't know.
There.
Also,
No,
I don't
it
know
won't be
about-
the same.
I don't know about gumbo, thermos gumbo. Either.
Yeah.
Thermos gumbo's not
I want to
gonna-
hang out with the beavers.
That's
and
not
maybe
the best
have-
kind of
no,
gumbo.
I-
That's
I-
lunch gumbo. You know, that's
man,
not
I'm
like.
trying
I gotta
to-
have it once, like for real, before I have
Yeah.
thermos.
Yeah,
gumbo.
man.
Yeah.
No, there's gonna be a blowout at some point in Beavertown. It's gonna be great. But
I
it's not
don't.
tonight.
Well, we don't need any more blowouts. I think.
I got that reference.
I think. It was a boom boom.
That's
No,
a
I
boom
got
boom.
it. I
Yeah,
I just didn't think
we
it was
were
funny.
glossing
but
over
come
it.
on.
It's fine. It's fine.
Me and Julius are just staring at you. You're like, it's boom boom.
Yeah, no, like,
Yeah.
obviously,
Like what?
no.
Okay. Oh, you get it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm polishing my shield. I'm not looking up at you guys.
No, I don't. I am not comfortable with
Don't make
having,
eye contact, please.
Yes, no. There are some things that are okay for group. There are some things that are not okay for group.
No.
Okay, well,
Shield
I
polishing
can do this
is
later. I
off
can do this
limits.
later. I don't know if I'm officially on the job anymore, and I just want you to know, Julius,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm here to protect you too. You know, I think that both of you are very special and have these great futures ahead of you if your blood is used for good or bad, and you know your connection and knowledge of the gods and everything. I just think that both of you are meant for so much more, and I feel like I maybe thought I was on the job, but I don't know that I necessarily am. We're so far from the original
I would agree.
thing. So Julius, all of that is to say, I'm here to protect you too, man.
Oh,
And maybe it doesn't always feel like that.
But to all of our points, you've been praying to Inara and
I mean, you did bring a god
saved our life falling down here.
back to life, and so I mean, I appreciate that you think that we are special, and you're happy to like help us be special. But like,
I mean, you guys are the most connected to your
I think you're
respective.
special too.
She's just helping me.
Connections.
You can talk to him. I mean, try it, but like, if you
Try.
think hard enough, she'll
beep.
respond.
Are you there? Photo?
But if you want anything to say to Inara, I can talk to her for you too.
She's cool.
She's cool.
Thanks.
And I hope you're doing good on the throne. And
Oh, we're praying to Inara now, right?
we'll see you
Group
again
prayer
soon.
sessions?
We'll see you
Apparently.
again soon.
We'll check you later.
What
Check.
do we do for Inara? I mean, we don't do like what pockets and pin. What's an
I don't know,
Inara?
man. Was there anything?
We
I
look
read
at each
that
other.
book.
You look at each other. Eye contact. We are Inara. We are Inara.
But no, so like that'll be what I
some
do
Netherdark.
on
You're
my
like,
watch.
What fucking cult is this?
On my watch, I will read
fuck
by
is this?
fingerlight the old Icostheon book to try to
Okay.
figure out like if there were
There was
old
that-
prayers
there
to Inara.
Shoot, and Sarala for that matter, if we're doing
yeah,
it.
and Sarah, and also, I'm curious because you and your dad added like your fire to this lightning, right? That's what
Oh,
he taught
yeah.
you how to do.
Yeah.
And like,
It's
what is
true.
that? Does it look weird or different or cool or?
That's a fair point.
With his like
Like the
lightning
fire.
fire
Fiery
thing. Yeah,
lightning
so it's
thing.
like so when you
So like a
So your
different
lightning
color. Or is it
normally lightning would be like a light blue, right? And this is
Sure.
with the fire. It sort of takes on like a reddish hue, like a
Okay.
crackly, like
Oh,
red.
Doesn't sound evil at all.
Well, that's
is
not. It's
Vortor
not.
red?
Vortor is associated with flame and with you know, a lot of the natural forces of the world. You know, his like gold armor and all this stuff is like very, you know, warm colors. So it's not like Sith red lightning, but like this
Okay.
is like
It's kind of what's going
fiery
through my
color
head.
lightning. Yeah,
All right,
like
so then
just
while
it's kind of a mix between fire and lightning.
And
sort of.
also when I'm doing my research, I will also look for like old Icostheon fire, like who was in the fire, and see if that tracks with like what's going
Sure.
on.
If it's
with
not Vortor, who
bloodline.
is it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Attempt
Yeah.
like trying to suss
Votor's
that out.
a point of reference and could be true. But
Okay.
there
So
could be other.
let's see. Make me an investigation check, or maybe a history check. Maybe call it a history check with advantage, because you have that naturally now.
And we
because
also
you
have
your
to
book.
identify all the stuff.
Yes, and then we will identify the stuff, and then we will wrap up our long rest here. This could also be an occultism check if that one's better for you.
Sure. Neither are great, man. These advantages have not.
Not paid off for you.
Not
Not paying off.
single digits.
The dice
11.
don't want us to know anything.
Yeah,
right now.
that's true. You guys don't
An
want to
11.
say anything.
So you do
Keep us in
find
the dark, the
an
nether
old Inaran prayer.
Great.
That is has a lot of references to. She's the goddess of luck and the goddess of wind and air. But this particular one is a little more commonplace, a little easier to remember. It says, "Luck, let a gentleman see how nice a god you can be. Luck, if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck, be a lady with me." And then so that's
Okay.
kind of one that is
Okay.
just sort of uttered under Inara's, under the Inarans, touched and favored the
Okay.
breath.
I will
You know, kind of.
make sure to
There's
get
more
that
lyrics, but let's
to
start with-
Warren. Sure.
They call her Lady Luck.
But there's room for doubt, is what it says in there.
Yeah.
But
Can I borrow your Votor book?
the five pillars, the
Happy Fun or the normal?
No, the normal.
that's a pretty common text that you would have had access to. Like, you know, they basically make you carry it at school.
But do you have
Yeah.
one on you?
But like, I don't read it.
I read that shit. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you can give it to him.
Yeah, totally,
if you
man.
want. This is the scriptures, so you've got
just to read, just to
Absolutely.
go over, and if I'm gonna pray to him, I might as well find something inside that
Sure.
book that I would.
Yeah.
wanna-
So, you know, of course, there's the five scrolls, the five pillars of the faith, of course.
I think I
which
know
are
like the basics.
fate,
but,
knowledge,
like,
balance,
yeah.
order, and creation. I have it now here so I can reference it because I always need to in my own lore.
You can have my Whitney Houston quotes.
what is the pillar? Do you have like a little excerpt on like pillar of knowledge?
And wasn't
At
there some
all,
Pearl
or-
Jam, like some Jeremy in there or
yeah,
something?
yeah.
That's what I. So yeah, during my watch during the night, that's what I would focus
Cool.
on, as well as the scrolls for Cecil, which you're going to go over, because I'm going to identify those
Yes.
and what they are.
The items. Yeah. So we have the items.
But yeah, during my watch, I'm gonna find the pillar of knowledge book within the book of Votor and
Sure.
focus there first.
Sure.
As far as just like just I don't know, just getting in the mood for praying to Votor.
And as far as
But I'm wanting to know things. I'm wanting to know I want the truth to be known, and I feel like knowledge might be the more where I start, I suppose, before anything else.
and then with an 11, you don't find out. There's a lot of gods that are associated with various forms of fire.
Okay.
They're with
Maybe on another night.
yeah. It's just like
Kindarahan.
Kindarahan
When you
is
say that
like
name.
like what did you say?
Uktun.
Yeah, so like volcanoes and fire and light is also like that's one of the
Okay.
the ether
Well,
sides
I
of one
have
of the
begun
pillars.
pulling the
yeah,
thread.
so
I will
Yeah.
there's
continue to do that in my free time.
yeah, a few of them that are like starlight and the sun, and there's a lot of gods that are associated with light and fire and various other things. So
Okay.
and then what were you doing, Tony? Sorry, Ravi, what were you doing?
During my
You were in
during
the book.
yeah.
Looking at the book. Yeah.
good book.
So you,
I don't think I don't know if I'll I don't know if I'm praying yet unless something like stands out in the book of knowledge like tonight, but that's where I was starting. And then I'm looking at Cecil's scrolls.
Yeah. So knowledge is, you're reading the scroll of knowledge, that one, and it's a lot about, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them. It's about like just
Inara would really connect with
discernment. A lot of the book of knowledge is the scroll of knowledge, and the pillar of knowledge is associated with like either the pursuit of knowledge for like righteous and noble reasons,
Sure.
and then the pitfalls of that pursuit becoming like covetous and avarice setting in, and the desire to hoard knowledge.
Gotcha.
and keep, and then on the same side, that like sense of desire being a perversion of the pursuit of knowledge.
Gotcha.
And you notice there's a lot of parallels between like what Cecil's journey, he's a treasure hunter by trade, and then he was out exploring the world with the Vortorum, these great heroes of the age. And so there was a lot of in his notes as well about like trying to find these things, but also there's like hints sometimes that he struggles with that idea of like finding these treasures, but then giving them to the right people, putting them, it belongs in a museum.
Yeah, not hoarding them.
Yeah, like not hoarding treasure to have treasure.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that like sort of sewn throughout his journals that relates almost directly to the book of knowledge.
Okay.
And then also the book of like
What are
order, which talks about light and dark.
What are the other four?
There's fate, knowledge, balance, order, and creation.
Fate will probably be my next one, but probably not tonight.
Fate has a lot to do with like Inara is certainly in that ilk. There's generally one of these is associated. One of the 5 pillars is associated with 4 of the 20, right?
Yeah.
Because everything's in groups of 5, including the layers of hell. I decided there's 5 hells.
Oh, great. Is this one of them?
No, this is
Oh.
the Netherdark is sort of. It's a mix of
demi-hell?
a shadow realm
Yeah,
and a subterranean earth, Argilia. It's like a sub Argilia, if you will. But it is Nether Force heavy. It does lean that way, ether and nether. And Argilia sort of existing as the middle realm.
Maybe someday we'll go to the Aether places as well.
Maybe.
When we get to go to nice.
There are 5 heavens. There's five levels of
there are.
heaven as well.
So before I wake up whoever is next for watch after reading the knowledge book, I will sit there and contemplate, and then I will pray to Votor and just say, a lot has happened in the last month, and a lot of things that I knew to be true are no longer, and there's new truth, and not that it's not true, but other things are now true, and I'm trying to just parse out truth and the knowledge of what my bloodline is, the knowledge of who my real dad is, and what all those relationships mean. But a lot of things are just kind of up in the air, and I would like a little bit, if any, clarity of where I fit into this puzzle of my bloodline and my family line and what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I will also be drinking some of the whatever we found on my watch too. Not a lot to get drunk, but just a little bit.
Just take the nip out of
Gotta take
the
the edge
acid
off.
rain night air.
Wine or ale?
Ale.
All right, man. Write down.
I'm high society. Wine.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm a god now, so.
Write down
That didn't go to
one
his
cask
head.
of wine. No, in like a second. I mean, I guess it's been like 3 days, but
It's marinated.
sure. Sure.
I am a god.
Well, can I open it and like put it back?
Yeah, I was just
In
gonna
the-
have like you just can keep it
Oh,
on
okay.
your sheet.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have
I assume it's more like a fortified kind of wine than a modern
Like a port?
equivalent. Yeah.
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 Yeah, for sure.
So that's the end of my rest, and then
Yes. Okay, great. So the only thing that's left is to identify our items, right? Magic
Correct.
items. So we have, we talked a little bit about the amulet. It's like an amulet that is depicting the smaller of the moons, Rala. The first one was depicting Ser, and that's the one that you possess and you found in Cecil's notes.
Sure.
And this one seems to be just another amulet. It actually nests in the first amulet.
Okay.
And they both seem to have little shards of light blue stone,
Oh, wow.
almost moonlight color.
Okay.
Stones in there. One is slightly maybe like a reddish hue to match the moon is slightly redder than the other.
Okay.
So that's that amulet. It doesn't seem to do anything particularly special other than it locks in with the one you already have.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Takes us to the Cave of
So then we
Wonders.
have a cloak. This is the Cloak of the Veil Strider.
This is all Cecil stuff, right?
Yeah, so this is it's a dark shimmering cloak that seems to drink in light. Its surface faintly ripples like a liquid shadow. You gain advantage on stealth checks when wearing this. You get a +1 to PD.
Seems good.
And that is what you can garner from this. It seems like there is more magic as you're sort of examining you magic users that can examine this, which is actually all three of you now. You can see that there's a little bit more to these items, but they are like they've been dormant for so long. There's not like it's almost like you can put them on, you can tell they're magical, but they're actually like probably more magical than like there's more to it than that. But you're
Sure.
like, this is what it does
Today.
right now. Yeah.
Cool. Put it all on together.
Yes. The ring. There's a ring of black metal set with stone that resembles a tiny swirling vortex. This is the Ring of the Echoing Void. This ring grants resistance 1 to necrotic damage.
That would have been nice.
So
Against
any
those shadows
point
things.
of it will take up one point away from any necrotic damage attacks you take.
Sensing a theme here of what we need to be prepared for when we walk into this city.
It seems like Cecil had something very specific in mind with all of these items if he was going to go down into the Netherdark. You can cast a 2-foot radius, a 2-space radius, 10-foot radius zone of magical darkness for 1 minute with this once a day, once per long rest with this ring.
Wow.
Solid.
Or he was the Shadow King, maybe.
The
Put it on. You just like
Yes.
Spartan horns and get
yes.
taken over by.
This is the Dusk Shard
cursed?
breastplate.
Ooh.
A-
Is the spiky?
It is kind of like Hot Topic style. A sleek breastplate forged from obsidian-like metal, faintly glowing with veins of deep purple energy.
Purple.
This gives you a +2 to PD.
Also seems good.
And it can. That's about all it does right now. Yep.
It can, but it won't.
Yes.
Somebody
The
just
circlet.
put it all on.
The circlet of whispered secrets. A delicate circlet of black and silver with a single dark gemstone that flickers like an eclipsed star.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
This extends, gives you the ability to telepathically communicate with any creature within sight. With essentially in sight, you can talk to them. So it extends your range of telepathy, or can grant telepathy to another wearer. And you have advantage on insight checks while wearing this. And the gloves are the Umbral Grasp gloves. While wearing these gloves, you can an unarmed strike will deal 1 point of necrotic damage on top of the unarmed strike damage. And you can also use this once per day to cast an invisible mage hand. And using this, there are some benefits to using the invisible mage hand to like open doors or things like that. You have advantage on those checks.
And we got that crazy bag.
Yeah.
And you have your bag of
And these 5 scrolls.
spectral holding, yeah. And those scrolls, right? Which are I still haven't come up with like spells, but they're essentially spells you can learn with your new levels if you want.
With my new what?
With your new levels, I haven't figured out the
Fair.
spells yet, but
I
'cause
could
we're still
also.
waiting on
I think
that
I could put them in
spell
my
list,
spell book too, possibly.
yeah, I think you can copy them over into your spell book. That'll consume the scroll, but it'll be in your spell
Right.
book, and it's a spell you could learn.
Might be worth it.
Yes.
Sorry, Cecil.
Sorry, Cecil.
He probably has these in his spell book. These are just like extras in case.
So all this stuff is meant to deal like dead damage to dead things,
Or
or
reflect
dead
it.
type damage.
It's more like life siphoning, like necrotic.
Yeah. Well, the shadows did necrotic damage
Yeah,
to you,
like
like the
shadow-
Shadow King
So-
stuff.
Magic.
Yeah, but
This is kind of a realm of shadow.
if
and
you put all this stuff
necrotic
on,
undead.
does it make you seem like
become the
you're
Shadow
one of
King.
them? Well, that's what kind of.
I don't think so.
I mean, it might be like common attire down here. Again, you haven't seen much other than this long,
Yeah, we haven't seen anybody.
abandoned
or
path,
anything down here.
That gets to the
infrequently traveled at least.
what the plan should be. Should one person put all this stuff on and go into the city and look for the dad?
No. And leave 2 people here in this cave and split up? No.
Okay.
That's a terrible idea.
Phalanx, or
We're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Probably.
Yeah.
I turn on my glow to the brightest possible.
I raise my shield to block the path.
Cover them up.
What do you mean? Yes, obviously we are going to stick out.
Well, I was just thinking if this was his disguise to get into the city. We obviously can't divide the disguise. If it was a disguise, that was my main question. Like somebody could use it as a disguise. We should
don't
get
know.
closer and scope it out anyway.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
it's
I don't
not
know what
even,
all this is for. I mean, I know what it's for, but I don't know if it's meant to be all one or if it can be pieced out or whatnot.
Yeah, you
So-
can. Yeah, they don't.
I mean,
they're
he
not
was-
like.
he's one person, so I assume he wore it all.
Of course.
Badass.
He seems like he was kind of a badass. Yeah, so that you can parse that out amongst yourselves as you would like. The long rest is continued.
I'm
roll for it.
already just putting on the breastplate. I'm trying it
Uninterrupted.
on. I'm like messing with the.
Yeah.
The
So you've traded.
things.
This is like your third set of armor, right? Like, yeah. So this is like you have your pieces of all of them, but this is like the new, like Hot Topic breastplate. That's like it's got like curved shoulder pads and like it's dope.
Is that okay, guys? It looks good though, doesn't it? Do
Captain
you want
Janeway
it?
would think it's cool.
Do you? Well, yeah, she would.
She would. I look so good. He's just sitting and admiring himself.
Yeah,
like,
Janeway, how you like me now?
You're the
Awesome.
loser. You're the loser, Janeway.
Do we need to get the fork out
No.
again? How many pieces? So is that 5 pieces of? Is that 5 things?
6 total.
6 total? Put it all on.
I love jewelry.
Okay.
You
then.
can put all that shit on. That's totally cool. You look awesome.
This
gotta-
doesn't
You gotta.
work for me though. None
gotta-
of this stuff does.
Yeah,
Really.
you can now talk in Julius's mind without having to have him talk to you first. You can be like,
Whoa, this is what that's like?
I could do that anyway though.
He kind of grants you response telepathy, but you can't like.
All this time
Just
I've been
call him
talking
out.
to you though, and you haven't heard me.
Yeah, no.
All the times I've been talking to you in my mind, you haven't heard me. When I've
No.
been saying phalanx, you haven't heard any of that.
No, I don't
None of
think
it.
you have.
No, not
I thought we established on the beach, day 1, that you could hear in my mind.
He can talk into your mind. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. That's the
It's a
thing you have.
one-way thing then.
Yeah. I do vaguely remember this.
you
Like
can
you
answer
thought you
back.
could do that
when I talk to you first.
I've been talking to both of you guys.
this whole time.
Oh,
What is the inside of your mind?
yeah. Wow.
Cool.
Sorry.
Cool.
I think it's just a
Our
monkey
long
puppet.
rest.
I'll stick with the physical talking.
Yes. Fair enough. You guys can divide those however you would like. The next day arrives. It's kind of hard to tell in this place. The rain has let up overnight while you slept.
So ancestry trait. One of the angel-born ancestry traits is wings. So
Do you just
Nice.
wake up with wings?
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Or like spectral, like Soralin moon wings.
Yeah,
Or
I
these
think, like,
physical feathered angel wings.
Moonlight. What is the like? Just you have them now.
They just are
You're
on
just
me.
a flying.
But now I can
person.
glide, which would have helped us,
A lot.
yesterday.
What helps you? It will help you.
Yeah.
And by virtue, possibly us. After, I mean, I don't know. Are they?
something with
You
Are
just
they-
wake up like they're sprouting out,
This
like
is what I'm-
painful, like,
this
oh my
is-
God, what's
This
happening?
is what
to
I'm
me?
intrigued about. Do I have them when I'm a bear? Also curious about that.
A winged
Because
bear.
That would have
Flying
helped us.
bears, yeah.
I mean, I can't like actually fly with them. I can
Barelius
just
wild
glide.
You can like,
and,
you
like
can.
horizontally.
Yeah.
But
Barelius,
anyway,
I
you
like-
you figure out how that.
Okay.
Looks like that.
I like the idea of like spectral wings of moonlight appearing on you when you are gliding, like when you are in need of them.
Okay, sweet.
So I think you can
Dig
like,
it.
maybe you dreamt of falling as you recently
wonder-
just experienced.
I wonder
And
why.
then you just wake up with psychic screaming in everyone's brain.
Sure.
And you see these like
is my trauma
slightly
response.
glowing, like wings
Okay.
just appear.
Trauma response. I just sprout
Yeah,
wings.
behind
I sprout
Julia's.
things that are useful for my
So
trauma.
you can do
In
that.
hindsight,
in hindsight.
unfortunately.
Now we're never going to be falling ever again.
Nope. But you're welcome.
And you guys are continuing down. I'm assuming we've packed up. We've left. We're heading down back towards the city.
Well, I think it's daytime. Let's go.
Here we go.
What's
The-
the weather? What's the underground
It's
weather?
becalmed. It is back to the same sort of like dripping, rushing water.
We
Off
should
in the
divide up
distance.
these magic items now.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So you want the breastplate.
Yes,
That
please.
makes the
Breastplate for
most
Orin.
sense.
Yep.
I'm gonna take that other moon amulet because
There you go.
Are you sleeping in it?
It's the one I have.
Or were you last watch and you're just
Yeah.
like, ooh,
this.
yeah. We wake up to
No, it's
Or
okay.
just
If
like,
my necklace isn't good enough, that's fine, Julius. Here you go. You take this one.
Wow. Oh, I like how you wield guilt as a weapon. Robbie,
Is that what that
He wields
breastplate
everything
does?
like a weapon. He's a champion.
Tony, what do you
My
want?
martial ability.
well, I don't know if it makes too much sense
Guilt
for you
strike.
to have the diadem.
So yeah, that's the thing. So like with the awakened soul, I can communicate telepathically with up to 5 creatures that I can see.
Okay, so it's something I already gave you that talent.
Yeah, so you can have the diadem if you want it.
Fantastic.
I think it's useful for 2 of us to be able to
No doubt.
communicate telepathically. So.
It is coming.
I thought you already could. You couldn't even talk.
No, I
to
could.
them.
It's
no,
a
no.
spell. It's
Oh.
the message spell. So I have to cast a spell in order to do that. And it's actually kind of like reading back. It's more like a very, very, very faint whisper. It's not actually telepathic. So it's like it's loud to you, but so it's over a distance. But I actually have to speak. It's not technically telepathic.
Yeah. So I guess not technically telepathy.
Okay, here you go.
Nice.
And then,
Gloves seem like more your style.
well, I'm curious.
But-
Like, do gloves and claws work together? Like,
My thought is the cold claw, necrotic glove. Let's go.
I
I don't know if that works though.
think
I don't.
I don't think both of them work together, but I feel like it's
transforming.
another.
I feel like would probably hurt. They are magical, and what you're doing is magical. I'm gonna say they stay on your hands.
Oh, what if we each wear one? We get both. We each get it. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Don't know if that's.
I'm gonna say they turn into like fingerless gloves, and your ice claws are sticking out in bear form, and they just like stretch to comply.
great.
Yeah.
Another hot topic.
Yeah, very hot.
Dude,
topic.
Cecil
This is like
likes this place.
It's the Netherdark. It's just the Netherdark energy.
yeah, it's
we
just
just
got,
walk into, like,
EDM is
shopkeepers,
just
it's just like-
pumping through the system
I
of
like-
the city.
I hate because like I know like advantage on stealth checks is probably something good for you.
And the cloak does look good, just in general on me.
Just goth emo kids
Yeah.
running every store.
So then do you want
It's like,
a
hey, what's up?
ring that is resistant to
Welcome to
necrotic
Neftel's
damage?
Ron.
You can have the cloak too. I don't.
What does the cloak do again?
Advantage
Oh, that's
on
the stealth checks.
Plus 1 to your PD also.
I feel like I have the least PD. Well, not in bear form.
Do you want this breastplate?
I say you take the cloak. I'll take the ring.
Okay, and then does somebody else want the gloves?
I'll take the gloves.
So like that makes the most sense. I don't do unarmed damage.
Yeah, and I already have.
And you already do.
Something with
And
that.
I think you're the most likely to do unarmed strike damage.
I have
than
these
me.
brass knuckles I haven't been able to use.
Precisely. So put
All
those
right.
on over your gloves, and now you have brass knuckled necrotic damage.
All
so
right.
you want this cloak?
Sure.
We might as well up your PD if we can.
No, I won't fight you on that, man.
Do you want this breastplate too?
I don't.
I can protect you.
Is it
You
heavy?
don't need physical. You
Yeah,
don't
it's like
need-
heavy armor.
It's heavier.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
I
a
don't want
breastplate.
that. But like, it's also like all glowy and purple and stuff. Like, you should totally have that.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I know. I look good, right?
I was just trying to be nice.
I mean, I appreciate it.
You can wear it when you need it.
I don't think that's how that works.
Thank you.
How does that work? Do we
How
have to
does-
attune? Like, do we have to attune to this
What?
stuff?
Well, in
Oh, no,
battle, you
doesn't
have to
matter.
take one
You can just
full
do it.
round in order to derobe it,
Oh.
and then he's got to take another full round to put it on.
Yeah.
So that's two. That's like 8 action points.
Yeah. I'll let you do it for 8 action points.
Cool.
Full round action, like in 3-5, right?
Yes.
That's how. It
Cool.
goes.
So you have resistance to necrotic damage.
resistance
one.
1
Yeah.
to necrotic
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
What's the ring called? Was there a name for it?
Echoing
Yeah.
void.
Echoing void. Yeah.
The I think normal heavy armor gives me a +1 to my PD. This isn't +2 on top of a normal heavy armor. This is just a +2 PD.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not +3.
No. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you get a +2 for your armor now.
Can we put this gold plate heavy armor? Will it fit in that bag?
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Bloop. Whoa.
Yep, exactly.
But is this blackened and spiky? Is this the same kind of spiky that's on the coin?
Yeah, it's definitely like the same kind of vibe.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it might look like.
It's you've got a sick drip, my friend.
But do I look like a guard of this city? Maybe.
Absolutely.
No.
We'll see.
You look like you're a dude wearing a black breastplate.
Okay. Okay.
So much Riz.
We'll see. We'll see. I guess. Spiky.
They might be like, "Oh, this guy's been here before. He went to the gift shop."
Bought a souvenir. Yeah.
Should stop.
It's not actually functional breastplate, man. Like you should.
It's costume jewelry.
Yeah, costume shop.
Great. Oh, and you also have advantage on insight checks
I do.
because of the
Ring.
No, because of the circlet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a ring. You can do darkness.
I don't even think on love.
Circlet equals telepathy
Yep.
and advantage on insight.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Excellent.
Great. Let's go.
Actually, yeah, you guys are taking off.
Like we know what we're doing.
Let's go
Pretend
down
like
there,
we
and
know
I'll
what we're
and
doing.
my glove will spectrally like have another hand point down at the city.
Yes.
That we can't see because it's an invisible mansion.
Invisible hand.
You can't see that?
You
No.
can kind of see it, but yeah, they can't see it.
No, it's invisible.
You can't see it if I do it like this.
Nope.
No, now I can't see it. Hold on.
Nope. And that's
no.
your mage hand for today.
Disappeared.
All that.
that was fun.
Here, do you want them?
No.
There you guys go. There you go. I
Yeah,
love
let me
it.
see those.
I
real
love
quick.
it so much.
Mage hand. Slap.
Does it work for him?
No,
No, it's not.
because it's already been spent.
You
today.
just slapped me. That wasn't even
It
a
needs,
mage
it
hand.
needs
Oh.
another day to like recharge. The
Yeah, how
mage
do these
hand
things
part
work?
of 1 necrotic damage.
Just a necrotic damage.
But you have resistance to necrotic
My face
damage.
looks horrible.
You guys had a long rest. You
Oh, I do. I feel
regained
good.
your,
Well,
yeah,
usually-
you feel all right.
Where you get what where you get the wounds is usually where the antidote lies. So maybe we can find a very, very nice person that's in this village or town or city that can help us.
Yeah. Yeah. As you guys are winding your way down these cliffs, you find yourselves sort of out of sight of the city. There's a large stone pillar rather close to the edge here. It kind of creates a little bit of a choke point where it narrows is just exceptionally dark here. And make me
Phalanx,
some
guys.
awareness checks
Phalanx.
to see what's happening. See if you have any premonitions about this
Hey,
particular
all right.
space.
Much better.
Yeah, right?
Awareness?
Yes.
2019.
2019. 2019.
Damn. It was a good year. 22.
22.
Was it
Excellent.
though?
You guys are
23.
wow. You guys are
It
all,
wasn't me
you turn
either.
around, you see this place, and you're like, this is definitely not great. And you see a couple of small heads popping out from behind some rocks. Looks like a couple of little bows and arrows are sticking out and are nearly drawn. You're just out of range before you see this.
This is outside the city still?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
still
yeah.
like kind of you're probably a few hours outside town still. You'll get there by like midday today, but this
Get
is
there in 6 hours.
outside. Yeah,
We're one
they
staircase
look
away.
like kind of
Eyes on, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Eyes up.
little. You see
Peace of Votor. We come in peace.
piece of Votor.
You can use your mind.
You can speak to him. Yeah, you can see like the tops
but
of
I
his
don't know what
little-
they speak is, I guess, the problem.
Might not
They
matter.
might. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, you hear some like chittering kind of garbled speech from behind these rocks, and they quickly duck down. Their little bows and arrows are not sticking out. These look like smallish creatures that you can tell.
You don't be scared? Peace. Peace. Friends.
You see a small, toothy-faced goblin, dark, kind of gray skin, almost like a dark purpley kind of skin.
Oh, Gollum. Okay.
Glowing like red eyeballs stick out, and just like, the hell you say? Did you talk to me in my head?
I was, yeah.
We were gonna take your money. Give us your money.
What do you need money for?
Buy stuff.
We'll give you some money. We have money.
We're robbers. We're robbers.
Okay, well, I'll just go into the bag of holding and reach in and grab like a handful of the money.
Hell yeah! How much you give him?
A handful of money?
A handful.
How much did I
Something like
grab
2
with my
handfuls for
hand?
him. It's like,
How much did I grab with my...
Just never
What,
works this
12?
way. This is awesome.
12 gold pieces?
Hell yeah, man. But, okay, thanks. Guys, I guess we don't have to cure these guys. Okay, you got
That'd be
any
great.
more money?
What's your name?
My name?
Yeah,
Gus?
Gus.
Yeah.
I like that name. It's a cool name.
It's a very common goblin name.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
very uncommon.
Are you
goblin.
guys going to the... Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we're looking for somebody in the city. So
Yeah, you see
You going to
that?
Nestel Zaran?
Oh boy.
Maybe.
oh boy,
Nesh Telzaran is the name of the city. There's a
Gus.
couple of asterisks in there.
I'm sure
I'm
there
not
are,
gonna-
because-
Gus,
it's
can
Elven.
you spell that for us?
N-E-S-H.
Yeah, Nash.
Apostrophe T-A-L apostrophe Z-A-R-O-N.
Yep, no, we're headed to Nash.
Nostradamus.
We're actually look. You see anybody that looks like us that came through here like the last day or
Yeah.
so?
A couple of outsiders. An outsider came through yesterday.
Yeah.
Was he carrying anything?
No, that's why I didn't give him anything. He had. Wait, did he have something with him? No,
Well, he had a chest.
he had dropped the chest.
Oh, did he?
At the
Okay.
bottom of the he had dropped it at that point. He was.
Oh, it was at the.
yeah. He looked kind of beat up.
A little crazy looking.
Oh,
Just
right.
jewels
A little
I
crazy
have.
looking.
Yeah,
But he had
Yeah.
other things
Kinda-
with him.
Yeah.
And
But
he
not
went
the
toward the city.
astrolabe. Yeah, that's right. He still took that.
Yeah, he
still
was
does
headed
that.
towards the city with the
Yeah.
quickness, but we
Yeah.
didn't. He didn't have anything look good, so it didn't
Yeah,
bother
I
him.
think he's kind of sick. We're trying to help him.
Oh,
Yeah. Kind of disappeared on
we
us. But...
could take you there if you go to the city.
Oh, Gus, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, dude, we've never been here before. Tell us about this place.
Oh,
What are the sights?
Well, there's a whole lot of stuff down. You the first time to the Nether Dark or down here?
Yeah,
Yep,
we're
We don't get many outsiders on this.
No,
road.
no,
That's
we're
why
hap-
we was excited to rob you.
Well, you don't have to be. Yeah. Do you want some wine?
Hell yeah!
All right, let's make some
Like
goblin
5 or
friends.
6 of his buddies come out there, like they got little goblin cups. They're
Sweet.
like,
Yeah.
"Ah,
I'll take out the cast that I already had.
Nice.
And pour it for all
Yeah,
of them.
I guess for official sake, everybody make a persuasion or what was that influence
I mean,
check.
with 12 gold and wine, do we get advantage at
Yeah,
all?
we're
That'll give you advantage on it. Yeah, just to
what
like
about free booze
just to see
and
this
money?
is
Yeah.
first impressions.
bribery
with
check.
advantage. Bribery check.
Advantage,
for
we're
sure.
saying?
Yeah, advantage on an influence.
Oh,
On
all right.
influence.
23.
Yeah, they're like
Better than
down with
14.
you for sure.
17.
17. Yeah, they're like, hell yeah, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, man,
What'd
we're
you get?
here. We're here just trying to make friends, man. Meet the people. You know, it's not often we get down here. Like, here, have some wine.
Yeah, I mean, you
guys.
guys got like,
Yeah.
you've been here before or something, I guess, but that's crazy. This is
We
awesome.
just told you we haven't been here before.
but your stuff is from
Oh,
here.
this is from a friend.
Oh, okay. So he's been here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Another
Crazy.
also
Crazy.
who might be in this city, but probably not. Looking for a couple people
oh.
that may or may not be in this city.
Well, then we can get you to the city. We
That'd be
can
great.
Yes, come on down.
So
Thanks,
where's
man.
the local drinking hole?
The-
Watering hole.
Oh, well, that, probably.
Tavern.
Is it a friendly city? Are we allowed to just go in?
Well, we don't get a whole lot of outsiders, but most of the people, if you got coin to spend, you're going to make a lot of friends.
Cool.
But, that's, I mean, we already got your gold, so.
It's true. We're gonna have to
We're
find
not
some
giving it
more,
back. They would call us a finder's fee.
or we'll have to sell maybe one of these items for gold. But yeah, I mean,
You can do all that here. That's fine. This
Is everyone like you in that city?
Oh, no. We're
do you live in the city?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
I live outside the city.
Oh, okay.
There's kind
The
of like
suburbs.
It's too,
yeah, the
too
suburbs, but
expensive.
like, it's all,
Sure.
so there was a okay. We're not gonna get into this a lot. There's
Very
ruins
smart
outside the
goblin.
city. We live in the kind of the rundown part of the
Yeah,
city.
no, I get it,
That's
I
where
get
we
it.
are.
Sure.
I get it.
And then all the elves and the
Elves are
big
here.
people, the beast people, and the
Oh.
people like kind of like you. There's a few of you kind of not as like same color as you, but they're like dark gray people too, and dwarves. And there's a lot of people down here.
Yeah, it's a city.
Yeah,
Do you ever go up there?
to the surface. That's just a nightmare we tell kids. That's not real.
I deserve that. That's what I say to my friends.
Where do you think we're from?
But I don't know, like somewhere a little bit else, like some of the upper
Somewhere
caves. The upper caves.
Caves, yeah, sure.
Yeah, where all the mushrooms and stuff, the dangerous mushrooms grow.
Oh, we
That's-
learned all about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's where you're
real.
from, right?
Who's on that coin there that you have?
That we gave
What-
you.
Oh,
Yeah, who is
that's
that?
that's the king. That's King Drakmar.
Is he currently king?
Well, like his great grandson or something is. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah. This is the guy who founded the city.
Sure.
Make checks out.
Nesh tells around, but that's.
That's how you get on the money.
I'm assuming we're having this conversation while we're
Yeah,
walking.
you guys are walking, and like you
Great.
have successfully avoided having to kill these poor goblins on the way, and now you have a guide into the city.
Even better.
And
What are you
yeah,
gonna spend your money on,
approach-
Gus?
Oh, I'm gonna buy me some goblin women and some
All right, man.
some drinks.
What about you? I'll point to his friend. Does he share it? Does he
Drinks.
Oh, drinks. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll point to his friend. What about you? He just gonna share. Like you guys split the money that.
Yeah,
you,
we all get a. It's
okay.
like
What
it's
are you
sort of
gonna
a
get?
commission. Like I get like I don't know how much do we have? 12 gold. I have like 1 gold.
What do you get? What are you gonna get? I'll point to his friend.
I'm gonna buy food for my family.
That sounds way better than what Gus is gonna do.
Gus is an addict. We don't like to. We don't.
And
we
now,
don't like.
and
to
now he's
encourage
shamed.
him.
So good job.
We try not to mention it, but you know he's kind of had a hard go of it. That's why he's leading a group of goblin bandits. But
I mean, you're
I
one of them.
understand.
I
I signed on for the health coverage. I don't know.
That's right, man.
And as you approach the glowing gates of the city of Neshtel Zaran, the goblins are leading the way into the city.
Great.